kid Skrilla, checking in with another video. And today we're going to be going over how to make some dark trap beats in FL Studio. Now before we get into the video, make sure y'all remember to follow me over on Instagram. That way you can stay in the loop with everything that I got going on and just hear some of the newest things I'm working on before I get to dropping. Also, if you enjoyed this video, remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment just to let me know that you're rocking with the content. And with all that being said, let's hop into the video. Alright y'all, we just got in the FL Studio, and before we get into the video, I do got to mention my Discord because I got some crazy offers going on for the first 100 artists and producers to join the server. For my artists, I'm giving out a free beat, if not multiple beats, every single week. That way you guys can have something to work on every week in the studio with no excuses. Also for my producers, I'll be giving out a loop kit every month so you guys can have some new sounds to play around with and, you know, never get bored with old sounds. Now with that being said, let's go ahead and see what we got in the beat here. We're gonna go ahead and bust the beat down like we always do from top to bottom and just go over these patterns and see what we have. So we're gonna start with pattern 1. Doesn't look like too much inside of here, but it's an analog preset called Dark Roller. Let's see what it sounds like. So it's like just a bass. So we got a deep bass playing. I'm pretty sure I didn't start off the beat with that sound, but let's move on. So this looks like more of something what I would start with. So we got Karapika preset, and let's hear what this sounds like. Alright, so we got a nice dark eerie sound here, and for your trap beats you want to try to find those eerie sounds, you know, that kind of gives off that scary feeling. You know, there's kind of no other way to say it. When you hear the sound, you kind of think of like a horror movie or something. At least that's what it reminds me of, you know. So you want to try to find those dark eerie sounds that kind of makes you feel uneasy. You know, that's what trap is. You know, it's built around those sounds that make you feel uneasy, you know. So we started off with this sound here, and then we're going to move along to the third pattern here. We have another Analog Lab preset called Canopus, whatever the fuck that is. But let's see what this sounds like. Yeah. So again, another dark sound. It's like a dark stringy pad, and it looks like all we did was copy and paste the melody from here. So we copied this melody from the first Analog Lab, and then we just pasted it onto this one. Looks like we may have changed up a few notes, but not too many. I can't really tell. But moving along, we have another Analog Lab. Let's see what this is. Looks like just another complemented sound. Oh, very dark, man. Come on. If that doesn't remind you of a horror movie, I don't know what will. Yeah, so that's just another like eerie sound. B77. Just a nice, not even nice. I don't want to call it nice. It's like it's not nice at all, man. That's some evil. That's an evil sound, bro. That's not nice. That's evil. So we're gonna move along to the Mini V3, and let's hear what that is. Hyper Frog. So we're gonna play that. So we got a few bass plucks in there. Then another 2. So you're gonna see how all that fits together. You're probably like, what the heck is that sound like? But it definitely fits within the beat. And then moving along, we got our hi-hats. Of course, we can't have a simple 2-step pattern when we're working with trap beats. I mean, you can if you want to, but hey, when I do my trap beats, we have to go crazy on the hi-hats. Like, it just adds that bounce that it needs. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Then it just loops again. So that's that. We don't have to go too insane with the hi-hat rolls. It only needs a few in those key spots. You know, you don't have to have 100 million different hi-hat rolls all over the place, unless you just want to. But hey, different strokes for different folks. Then we got a clap. Let's see if we can unmute it. Nice clap with the bell overlaid on top of it. Then we have our 808, of course. Nice little glide right there. Leads us into the next note. Another glide. And let's go ahead and skip that audio file. We got a nice bell here. Gosh, let me unmute it so you guys can actually hear it. So we got one high, one low. High C, low C. Boom. All right. And then what I did from there, guys, I took all of these sounds. I'll go ahead and do it for you firsthand. So I'm going to mute everything. Let's mute that. So I took my analog lab. Let's do this here. We took the analog lab and then we rendered it out as a WAV file. So I'll just show you guys the process if you're not familiar with doing that. So boom, we're going to select our patterns here, go to our mixer, and we're going to render this out as a WAV file. Boom, so that's what I did. And then I can show you guys what we got. This is the melody that we got from doing that. So I'm going to mute everything else. Jesus Christ. Let's go ahead and mute everything and play the sample. Can't tell me that is like dark, bro. That's a dark sounding beat, bro. So that's overall, that is everything needed. You know what I'm saying? So once you do that, you render your stuff out as a WAV file. We're gonna mess with the pitch knob. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna reset the pitch, and then I'm gonna play it again. So my favorite thing to do is if I'm working on like a dark sounding beat, my go-to number is -300 cents. So I'll take the pitch down 300 cents, and it just gives that nice sound to me. You know what I'm saying? You guys can play around with the pitch level all you want to, and you can find that perfect sound for you. But for me, 300 gives that perfect sound. But let's play it without the pitch affected. You see? So that's with the pitch just on 0 cents, nothing done to it. And then we're going to turn it back to 300 and play it again so you guys can hear the big difference. It's just way darker. You can hear it right off rip. Boom. I'm not even going to play the whole thing again, but you guys can tell the difference just off of that. All right, now let's hop onto the mixer track and see if we have any effects on anything. EQ, of course, just to take out some low end. And you guys can see there's no effects on many of these sounds. We got fruity reverb, and that's it, man. Reverb, EQ on, well, that's just my tag, which is not important. So yeah, we got nothing on these sounds, guys. They came perfect how they were. So like I said, so we took out some of the low end, boosted some of the mid frequencies on one of these pads, and let's go ahead and just play the overall beat so you guys can see how it all came together. Here we go. Let's unmute everything first. And here we go. Skrilla. Yeah, hit the wall on their ass. Yeah. Boom, that's the beat, man. You guys can see, very short beat. It just loops around for another hook and ends off there. All right, you guys, now we're going to just take a look at just a few tricks that I like to do when I'm working with WAV files of like rendered samples that I use. So we're going to just take this file, the audio here, and bring it down. So obviously we have an 8-bar loop that we rendered out, right? And if you guys paid attention to our verse section, which is right here, what I like to do is chop up our sample. So you can see in the hook section, I have the sample playing all 8 bars, right? But once we get to a different part of our beat, usually like the verse, what I like to do is just shrink the sample down to 4 bars. And then we'll copy and paste it, you know, throughout the beat. Until we get to the next hook, and we'll let it play the full 8 again, just to add some variety, because it's an 8-bar loop and we didn't, you know, copy and paste the 4 bars identically, you know, so the full 8 bars, it sounds different, you know, throughout each bar. But once we get to this verse section, we just want to loop the first 4 and give it a different feeling until we get back to that ending hook. Pretty much it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that wraps up this video, you guys. If you feel like you learned a thing or two, or if you just simply enjoyed the video, remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and just leave a comment to let me know that you're rocking with the content. Appreciate you guys for watching. I'll see you next video. Peace out.